Aequitas RDA from Hell Vape and Ambitionz Vaper. Let's have a look. Hey guys, Vick here, back with another review. Today we are looking at this. This is the Aequitas RDA from Hell Vape and Ambitionz Vaper. What is it? It is a 24mm RDA, squonky and non-squonky. It's got a very nice trick of a flippable barrel, so you can have the airflow angling down or angling up on here. Goon fitting tips, comes with a couple of very lovely goon tips. Removable top cap for quick dripping, and adjustable airflow on the sides as well using an internal barrel system. Very cool deck. The deck is sort of similar to the Drop and the Dead Rabbit. I'll show you that when we go down low. A very funky cloudy RDA from Ambitionz Vaper and Hell Vape. Let's go down low, we'll put a build in here, we'll have a little look at this, and then we'll come back up for pros and cons. There's a couple of things that I do want to get across. I know this has been out a little while, I was a bit late to the party on this one, but there's a couple of my personal opinions thrown in at the end as well, so do stay tuned for those. Let's go down low and have a little look at this. Okay guys, here we are down low with the Aequitas RDA from Hell Vape and the brilliant Ambitionz Vaper. This is it, this is the RDA. Goon fitting tips. Inside the spares you do get a spare goon tip, you get a spare goon to 510 tip adapter, you get screwdriver, Allen keys and all that good stuff. It is a very good set of spares with this RDA. This is it. This is the actual RDA. Now, this is the logo on here, and it is symmetrical. So when you flip the barrel, which is the little trick on this RDA, you can flip the barrel to change the airflow. It doesn't change the looks or make it look weird one way or the other. So that is the styling on there. You've got your airflow on here. This is adjustable by rotating the outer barrel. Goon tip on top. Aequitas written along the top here as well. And underneath you've got Ambitionz Vaper and Hell Vape, serial number, Hell Vape at the bottom as well, and you can see I've got the normal pin in, but it does come with a squonk pin as well. I do very much prefer this RDA as a traditional dripper. I'll talk about that up top. It's got this top cap here. Very sort of traditional top cap. I do like to rip this off to drip down, and the tension is just nice on this top cap for doing that. So no issues there at all. Spinning this does nothing to the overall vape, you know, it's just a standalone bit of top cap, and you can see down there I've got my coils and all that. So let's get in there. Okay, so that's the top cap, showed you all that. Single O-ring on there holding that together. This is the barrel. You'll notice that there's a groove there and there's a groove there, and that's because it locks into place on top of the deck. No matter which way round you have it, it locks using those little grooves, so you've got to sit down on there. Like we've just said, the airflow is flippable, so you can have it as a top airflow like that, or you can have it as an under airflow firing up. You can see it's on a slight slant, that airflow, firing up towards your coils instead. It's not a reduced chamber or anything like that. It's a big cloudy RDA, this one, but it does have that flippable nature that we'll talk about the two different vapes when we go up top for that. This is the deck. As you can see, I've got some nicely used, well used coils in here. It has the it's sort of a mixture between the Drop and the Dead Rabbit, both by Hell Vape. Actually, well, DigiFlavor Hell Vape, you know, and yeah, you drop your coils in and your coils sit very, very high on the deck. You can see that very, very high. If you look from base to coil, that's very high for an RDA, but totally works for flavour because it puts the coils closer to your mouth hole. You can also see the little hole there inside. That is where the juice comes out if you are squonking it. You can see that it is traditional flathead screws on here clamping these together, but you literally just drop your coils in to your chosen height and then wick it up. Nice deep juice wells on each side. The cotton runs down each side like it does on the Rabbit and things like that. So let's wick this up. Okay, so there it is all built up. As you can see, loads of cotton. I've used absolutely loads of cotton in here, and coils are a bit junky, but yeah, I've used absolutely loads of cotton in here. It can fit loads, and it helps like with dripping, you know, to have loads of cotton in there, loads of juice, constantly feeding these coils. I really like setting it up like this, and it's working really nicely for me. Don't forget you can have the barrel either way round. You've just got to make sure when you put it back on that you've got it lined up. This is going to be tricky. I have to put it on a mod first. So there we go, on like that, and then you can adjust the airflow like this, like that, and it's on there, and that's with the coil at the bottom, but it works the other way around as well. So there it is. Let's go back up top and give this some pros and cons. Okay guys, that was the Aequitas RDA down low. Okay, so it does a lot of really good things, this RDA. It does a lot of things spot on. I really like the goon tips it comes with. It comes with a big fancy blue goon tip, comes with a spare normal black goon tip. Comes with the 510 adapter as well, from goon to 510. That's all really cool. I really like the top cap. I really like how easy to remove that top cap is for dripping. That's a very nice touch as well. I really like the airflow adjustment on here as well. It's very smooth, it's very seamless. It locks when you get to the end as well, so you can unscrew this from your mod very easily as well. That's a really nice touch. It sort of locks in when you put it down, and that's what allows it to do that. Very nice touch indeed. The deck, now the deck is, like we said, similar to the Drop and the Dead Rabbit, which are very, very smart decks. Now, the advantage of this deck, this style of deck, in my opinion, is that it allows you to have a lot of cotton as wicking, feeding material. You can have a lot of that put in here, and it wicks very, very, very well. But also, your coils are really close to your mouth hole, and when your coils are close to your mouth, it really does help with flavour. And that is something you get at high wattage with this very, very nicely. However, it's really easy to build, it's really easy to wick, it's a very smart deck, it's a very cool deck. However, unlike the Dead Rabbit, the way this one squonks, the juice comes right out at the bottom. So when you're squonking this, personally for me, I prefer dripping with this a lot more than I do squonking. I think, you know, if you vape this dry and then go to squonk, you've got to wait quite a long time for the cotton to feed up. Whereas with the Dead Rabbit, it seems to have a way of getting the juice when you squonk it much closer to the coil straight away. So the Dead Rabbit seems to squonk better than this. The SQ Rabbit even more so. So I really, really prefer this for dripping. And for dripping with this, it's really nice because you can take the top cap off and it drips and vapes very well like that. The one thing I would say about dripping with this is it needs that power. It's a big deck, it's big coils, it's big airflow, and you need to put that power through it. If you are an over 50 watt vapor who still loves it to drip, this is an absolutely exceptional RDA for you. Really enjoying the flavour. I'm at 65 watts right now with those big coils you saw down low. Super cloudy, super tasty vape at high wattage. Really does a stellar job at high wattage, this thing. When you drip down the tip or take the cap off and drip down, the coils and the cotton are there just staring right at you, and you just glunk your juice right on top of those. So it drips so well, and it handles high wattage really well as well. So I really love this RDA for dripping. In terms of for dripping, it's right up there with the recoil, with the Dead Rabbit, with the Goon, with the Velocity, all those really classic, awesome high wattage drippers. I really like it for high wattage, this thing. So it's a really cloudy, tasty RDA. The only slight thing I would say, my personal take on it, and it is just my personal take, some people will completely disagree with this, I think they're better squonking RDAs, just because the cotton is so far down, the juice comes at the bottom, and it's almost becomes a bottom feeding RDTA at that point. You know, you've got so much cotton going down into the juice well, and it's all got to go up there when you squonk. So for squonking purposes, I think they're better RDAs, but for dripping, this is a seriously good RDA. Really well made, really well put together, nice deep juice well, easy to build, easy to wick, great flavour, great clouds, really nice adjustable airflow. I've just got it down about 1/3 on each side. But you can have it wide open. It's super cloudy RDA if you want it to be, but it closes down really seamlessly as well. So a really tasty, really good dripping RDA. I don't see it as a great squonking RDA, but that might just be me, to be honest. That might just be me. I think it's a really tasty high wattage dripper. I'm really enjoying using. Really well done. In terms of the barrel, its special trick, this RDA, if you like, its USP, is that you can flip the barrel. I've been using it on the side, and you can flip it around, pull it off, turn it around, and put it down like this, and now you have the airflow pointing downward. Let's just get it on here. There we go. So now we've got the airflow at the bottom pointing upward rather than sideways going down, and it vapes like this way. Again, this is just personal preference thing. I don't think there's a huge difference in the two. When you flip the barrel, I don't think it makes a huge difference to the vape. Personally, I prefer it the other way round. I think it's tastier. There's a slight more feel of restriction. The air's going down before it comes up, rather than just straight up. So maybe for clouds, maybe like this, but for flavour, I think it's slightly better the other way around. I don't think there's much in it though. I just, personal preference, I keep flipping it around so it's sideways up. That just seems to be my preference. But it's a cool trick that it can do that. They've done that really well. The logo is symmetrical. The tabs are on both, on top and bottom, so it locks in nicely. They've done a really good job with this RDA overall. Drips very nice, very nice at high wattage. Maybe not for you for squonking, maybe not for you for low wattage. This really is a cloudy RDA, but that's me. I really like this. Plenty of power, plenty of clouds, plenty of flavour. I'm really enjoying it like this. I've been vaping Vic, and I'll see you again soon. Let me know what you think about this in the comments. Like and subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.